This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with a mental health professional. Hello, family. Welcome again to the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast show by your girl, Andrea Wise-Brown. And I am here with our favorite, Dr. Creative.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
How you doing?
Okay,
Who's that?
We miss her.
I really...
The queen.
Listen.
The queen, okay?
It's shady.
Okay.
It's shady as she was for so many years.
Yes.
That aside.
Okay.
Her grind.
Hello.
Her dedication. Yep. Her hard work.
Queen. The queen. Don't say nothing else.
She can't be beat.
No.
Wendy Williams.
And I would still watch her show. She was right back on TV.
I would too.
And be in her studio audience.
Do you know how many times I've been
to Hello. Me too.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
But we love some Sherry Shepherd.
Yes, we do love Sherry Shepherd. That's right.
Juan Murray.
That's right.
Juan Murray. We love you, boo. But we love some Wendy Williams.
Yes. But
right.
No, but they're just two different. They have two different styles. Yep. That's right. Absolutely. And Sherry has always been Sherry. Heart-loving, sweet, caring. Yes. And she's so genuine.
Yes. Yeah, and the same on and off.
The same on and off.
Yep.
Now, Wendy was always a little shady.
Always shady.
Always shady.
On and off.
So they both consistent.
They're consistent. Okay, I know that personally. On and off shady.
Yeah, so good, good.
The Sherry's always been sweet.
Yes.
And John Murray, all that entire team is amazing. So I am privileged to be like part of all that stuff.
Oh, so good. I love it. So, come on, privilege.
Yay.
Being a part. I love it. Okay. All right, y'all. So, family, before we get started, yes, I need you to subscribe. Yes, and then ring that bell. No, you click that little thing where it says a bell so that you get a notification every time there's a new episode. We need you. We need each other. Yes. So we here for you.
Need you to.
Oh, come on.
That's gospel song.
Oh, okay, gospel. I knew what it was.
Oh, okay.
You inferring that I don't know gospel. I haven't been in church or something like that. Okay, so now our first segment.
Yes.
Mind to mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just say how beautiful she is today? Give her a round of applause.
That means he's getting ready to come with something so shady. He's coming with
you so gorgeous.
Full of it.
She's so gorgeous. Look at her.
I've seen this before.
Look at her.
I've seen this in my life.
She's goncho over the knees. How is goncho? What is that? How we do that? Is that a pink lip?
Oh, that means he's about to hit me, y'all. Okay, come on. Hold my hand.
Mind to mind. It's less than more. Not just it's kind of like a question, but it's also a way for the audience to get to know you. And so it's a little bit different than what we would normally do on Mind to Mind, but it's also a way for you to use your mind to give back. So if you could look at the camera and just take the next 2 to 3 minutes and just, if there was a way for you to apologize to your children because you not only mothered one, but raised many, apologize to your children for one thing that you wish you would have done better throughout your parenting. Just look in the camera and just apologize to them 2 to 3 minutes. From the bottom of your heart, that one thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, apologize for one thing. So I am going to say, but I will say this, it would be great. And one day I'm going to do this. I'm going to have my children up here and let them tell you how I parented. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect because I'm not. No parent is perfect. But I feel like I did a pretty a good job.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have that many because I was obsessed. That's how I am with anything, with doing a great job. So I was the one that read books. Like I was the one that looked at studies and research. So something that I would apologize for. See, there's nothing that I would apologize for. That probably sounds shady, but there's nothing. And also maybe, and I'm not saying that because I'm saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not. But I just believe, like, I just don't have regrets. Got me? Like, and I will promise you, like, if there has ever been a time that I've made a misstep with any of my children, and my children meaning, so I have a biological child that came through my body, that's my child, my daughter, who is a lawyer. So that's my baby.
Can we just give that some love? Lawyering it out here. Bomb, beautiful, very successful, doing her own thing. Congratulations, boo.
Yes.
Congratulations on
she's
all your
24 and she's my best friend.
She's doing amazing.
I mean, my best friend.
Super proud of her.
Like, we hang out. Yes. We do all of those things. Proud of her. We watch, like, our show. So, you know, and then I have 2 godsons and I have a stepson. My stepson, who I've raised also from a child, and my godson, who I've helped raise from a child. And so, I mean, I just
little. About cereal that you didn't buy.
No.
You bought all the cereal.
You know, like, if it was unhealthy and I did, like, we just didn't do it. If I set boundaries, if I always respected them. Like, you know how some people say it's children, like, you know, children stay in a kid's place and don't get, I've never been like that. I have always given, you know, I always go back to the energy you put out is what you get back. So I have always been just very respectful to my children from all of their ages. Like, I just been respectful. And so they're very respectful to me. And when I tell y'all, we hang out. Like, my children aren't the children who, like, you know, be like, I don't want to go home. I only come home on holiday. Like, no. My kid, they at my house all the time. Like, yeah, they don't want to leave.
Right.
And I love it. I don't want them to leave.
Right.
So you know what I mean?
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't really have a regret.
Right.
And if any time, let's say if I assumed something and I may have said to you, like, you know, you did this or whatever, right? And if one of them say, like, no, it ain't like that, or this, that, then I will stop in that moment and go, or let's say 3 minutes or 5 minutes after, and be like, okay, all right. So, because I'm always on a journey of correcting myself, of being my best self. So I'll stop and I'll go, okay, so what happened? You know, I let them correct me. I don't know. So I don't actually have a regret, but I don't really live with regret. So, because I clean up my stuff, you know, I clean it up. So that's why I don't hold it. So I don't even remember if there was something. I don't have anything to apologize.
Honestly, that's dope. Even in itself, like, that's a lesson. So, and just to sum that up, like, I think so many times as parents, like, of course, I have things that I think that I definitely would apologize to my son for, but just not having much patience. For me, I just feel like, you know, so many times I'm like, listen, I'm over it. When it comes to, like, parenting with my son, I'm trying to, the new generation of children, it's, for me, I really struggle with learning all the new nuances of this new generation.
Got you.
That's my only struggle.
I got it.
I do, you know, I'm very much a hands-on dad, but the patience thing, child, it's frustrating with learning all these new, but dad, those things is just like, give me a second.
Okay.
So that would be something that I would say I work on, but the love has always been there.
Yes.
But one thing I appreciate that you said is that you listen to your children and you allow them to actually be able to express themselves.
Yes.
Generations prior to you, that was something that was never something that happened.
And
so I can probably I can only assume that that's something that maybe you was not raised on.
Absolutely not. I got smacked in my mouth so much for having a different thought than what my mother thought. You know what I'm saying? A different opinion. For having feelings.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, there was none of that. So that's why I parented differently.
And I think that that's where I get my parenting style from as well. So also that's a lesson learned from me. So my thing is patience, working on that, because my mom didn't have that.
Okay.
So I think that's beautiful, and also a lesson learned for the mind to mind. So even though you weren't able to completely answer the question, that's actually a success for our people. No, seriously. Okay. That's a check plus for our people, because our people, we don't normally go that route. And so just for us, like, take a second and think about it.
Okay.
There's success in that. And if you when she brings her children onto her platform, you'll see that it can actually work if you just listen. It's not always hit and go and things are going to change. if you sit and listen and let that hit your ears and digest the words that your children are saying, that could be beneficial to you in the end, because her daughter is extremely successful. Her godchildren and the people that she has mentored are extremely successful and doing very well. And so I'm proud of how you did that. You're doing awesome. I have been privy to being eavesdropping on all her conversations every time I'm here. And I'm not listening, but baby, I'll be all over the mix. Okay. But the way that they trust her, the way that they love on her, the way that they call for advice for every freaking thing that they're doing. I mean, should I take a shower at 12? Should I go into the grocery
so maybe
store?
that's what I should be apologizing
They call her for every...
But I love it.
Everything. Mom. So I asked my wife yesterday.
I love it.
I need to know, should I get the orange green pair of underwear or the purple green pair of underwear? And I've been sitting like, oh my God. But the thing about it is, that's called trust, relationship building, and know that with my mother, I can get the honest opinion of what I need. And that's because of what you just shared with me, which helps me understand why they depend on your mom. So you did a great job. And I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. So and awesome. I just thank you. No, awesome. and thank you for that question. Yes. But I do want to say that don't think that I didn't, like, they didn't get punished. They didn't, there were boundaries. Okay. They got punishment, things taken away. And I have boundaries, because my thing was always, what I promise you, I will deliver. Because what that does is that creates stability in the household. So, I always teach parents when they say, if you act out again, I'm going, you ain't going to the prom. When I used to teach, when I used to have counseling for adolescents, right? Yeah, and then when it was time for the prom, the parent wanted them to go to the prom more than they did. So they let him, he's but what you taught him is you a liar. Yep. And they can't trust what you say. Yep. So anything that you promise, you must deliver. So don't you deliver things like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not what you're promising, is things like that. So I've always been like that. Even though we have been very close, if I said to you, you want to go to a party, okay, if you go to parties in high school, then I need to know there's a parent there. So there was always certain things, you understand, that I put in place. And when it was time, even though the feelings would be hurt or whatever, baby, I love you. I know this is painful, but this is what I promised you, and I have to stand by the promise. Now, if you want to do something else, if you upset, go have your feelings. But I'm going to show you who I am. And that's just my thing. And
can I just sidetrack real quick? Yes. I know this is just getting good to me.
Okay.
Because
this single dad,
single dad out here, okay? Can we please start getting to know our children's friends' parents? That's important. Stop allowing our kids to have these friends and not knowing who their friends' full names are, who their parents are, where they live, and how long they're going to be out. Because that is very dangerous. Ooh. Do not allow your child to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and not know where they're going. And who their parents are, and not having their parents' contact information. Yes. Because I understand that this is a new world, Instagram, everything else like that. But do not allow your children to be having relationships, friendships, or whatever without knowing their parents and how their house looks.
I agree. I
get it. It's new world. I don't do that.
No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that
but
either.
It happens.
It does happen, and I agree with you. Yeah, because I was the one.
And I was looking weird because I was asking for my son's friend's address.
Oh no, I need to know.
Everything.
I'm going to the house.
Oh, she can't go out.
Listen, I'm going to the house.
Me too. I'm not crazy.
No. So we might as well just have a show on this. No, you're not. Okay. Because let me tell you something. I remember when my daughter was really little and she was in I don't know, some Girl Scout or something group, whatever. And she met these girls. They were friends, and they was having a sleepover at their house. So, but check this out. Check this out, because things happen. As I'm a therapist, okay. So I know the research. I know what people have told me. Some horrific things happen when you don't have your eyes on children. You have to keep children safe, and there needs to be boundaries. So no, we go into the house. So my daughter wanted to go stay. I'm thinking of one place. She wanted to go, she was like, Ma, okay, I think I want to go. Okay, that's healthy. That's cool. Come on, let's go. However, let me tell you something, boo. You always have an out and you always follow your gut. So what you do is you pack your bag. We put the bag in the trunk. I'm going to call a parent. We're going to go by and meet them. If you feel safe, I always taught them about your intuition. If you feel safe when we get there, then you stay. You go, oh, I think I'm going to say you get your bag on truck. Other than that, when we go, we just going to hang out, and we want to leave.
Are you there for a little while too?
Me, my husband too. You done met him?
I'm not crazy.
Oh no, we both pull up. We go in.
And,
we meet everybody. I need to know who in here. Women and men, because women and men both can be abusive.
Absolutely.
Sexually abusive.
That's
so I'm looking
topic.
you in the eyes. Hey, how are you? You watching you. Looking how you looking at the girls when they walking and playing or whatever. Come on, I ain't playing no games. Not playing no games. That's precious cargo.
Absolutely.
And I'm not playing no games. So yeah, that's what we would do. Child, I'll tell y'all one day how one time me and my husband had to bust the gate down to get her out of a party.
I know you ain't playing. Now I want to hear the story.
I'll tell you another day because it's a long story and I might bore them. But that's a whole other story. But I will tell you that. Oh yeah, in a snowstorm, child. But yet we don't play no games, and that's how I've always been with. I don't play that with my child. Don't play them games. So yes, I meet the parents. Listen, and I also believe in kids liking kids. You know, you're going to be attracted to boys. You're going to be attracted. That's okay. Let's talk about it, and we always have. And I was the person. We were the family that they used to have a club. So this was when the kids was, I don't know, 15, 16. They had like the kids club.
Yes.
And guess what? Who was the driver?
So
y'all might think that I'm overbearing. I don't know.
You see, go get you something.
I didn't eat. Yeah. Oh yeah. We come back and then we come back whenever. Y'all let me know, and if anything go down,
I don't mind picking you up, dropping you off. What time? We all want to go get some pizza.
They would all be at my house. They be at my house. Hey, you jump in my car. Well, they would jump in my car now. All them sitting in my house. Only you still got to watch the kids now, but they can get the ride. They can get the ride. Oh yeah, we was the driver.
So that's something that I identify with. So one thing that I did very well, my son would like love to have people hang out with his friends when I lived in Omaha. But that's nice. But you can't go to nobody's house. I trust one person because she was like just like us. Like she's very like she had cameras around her house.
Got it. Love it.
Very much like
love them parents.
I don't play. Malachi, you know and she talked to my son like it was her.
I love it.
And so I was like, perfect.
I love it.
She very much let him play. All right, get up,
do it, get it, pull it.
And I love her husband was my fraternity brother, so
love it.
He very much didn't play that.
Yes.
Okay, that's the only time that he can go to somebody else's house.
Yes.
I knew he's very much like I looked at them when they went to sleep at 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Very much like me, right?
Yes.
But other than that, y'all can come stay a night at my. Come on, whoever wants to stay a night, I buy pizza. I'm walking up and down them stairs. My man cave.
All day. All me too.
You'll never have a time alone.
Over all day, up and down, all around.
It's 2 o'clock. I think it's time for some of y'all to go to his room. I have a spare room right here. Some of y'all can sleep right here. Everything. I use my power box, trying to power off in the room. Oh. It's time to go to sleep. Oh, it's not gonna work. Y'all going to bed. I'll turn it on at 7 o'clock in the morning when it's time to eat up because
I never made them go to sleep.
They wake up to smelling of food.
Oh, nice.
So we always have breakfast cooking in the morning.
Yes.
So they love that part. Oh,
yeah.
Yep. I'll make it fun, and then we'll go shopping in the morning. Like I'll buy a little small cheap stuff from like Old Navy and stuff like that, and we'll go swimming and stuff. So I always kept a good fun time.
Yeah, me too.
But I was very overprotective because I know that little boys. You never really know what's happening on those video games because there's people.
Oh yeah, that's new. See,
I heard people like
talking
and junk to my kids
all
of
it go down. It's a lot of
crazy.
It's bullying that goes down. Yes. A lot of cursing, inappropriate stuff.
Depressed off of online gaming.
People, yes, absolutely. That is a thing.
He was so depressed. We had to go to therapy over that.
Listen, I can believe you. It's
real. I was like over online. Gaming?
It's because they feel connected to the person.
Ridiculous.
They feel connected to the people. It feels like a friendship.
I couldn't do it.
Well, it's just like online. So here, I'm going to help you with this because it's just like online dating. So you know how sometimes you can meet somebody on an app and once you start, just talking with each other and communicating and texting, whatever, you start to feel like you know this person. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. You start looking forward. You're right.
Okay.
You start looking forward to their text. You start texting them back. You start catching feelings. So my point is, it's the same thing like kids. And think about it. The developmental stage of their brain and of our brain. So if you think about your brain, adults, how you can become engaged and connected to someone on an app, then what about kids? Or they on these things because they wanted kids? Listen, and this is normal. This is a normal stage of development for teenagers, for young people, is peer acceptance. So if I'm communicating with someone on these online things, the games, and they feel like they're friends, then yeah, if they break up or if they say something or whatever, they're going to be crushed, they're going to be depressed. And that's the problem with technology today with our children. And that's why we have so many more children who are suffering from depression and having suicidal ideation.
Seriously?
No, it's true.
Seriously. Oh, obviously I can't say seriously. You know it's true.
I know it's true.
But I'm like, I can identify that
yes,
that's real.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Depressed, want to just get rid of it over online conversations and
Absolutely.
relationships built people around the world.
Yes, absolutely. Because at that age, that's why you can't judge them. You got to understand it.
At that has been the struggle with parenthood for me.
Okay, I got you. But at that age, I need you to understand.
It's hard.
It is normal during that stage to want to be accepted by your peers.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to go back, and I'll tell parents this all the time. You remember when you was 14? When you was 16, you wanted to be accepted. That's why you wanted to wear the J's that other people wore, or whatever was hot. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci or whatever was hot that was out. It's all about acceptance from other people. You understand? It's normal.
The in crowd.
So now, right? It just looks differently.
Yeah.
And it's just about adjusting to what it looks like.
Yeah, I remember back in the day we had something called the party line.
Oh,
and that was like
the party line.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, everybody.
You used to go into the room and you'd be like, "Yo, who's up in here? Yo, oh, this is Malcolm." Always like tell your name or whatever. And you're like, my cousin used to meet. I ain't gonna say you know who you are, Jay.
Oh, cousin.
She used to meet people from the party line, and like that was even more dangerous than what they did. At least they get to see the person. We used to like call people on payphones when we got to the train station. Like, yeah, I'm at Ruggles or whatever. Where you at? I'm wearing all black and I'm brown skin with a fitted hat on. Like, it was crazy. But like it's just the technology now that just really scares me, which is why I kind of feel like people are like, you're overprotected. You have cameras in your apartment. Yes, I need to know when he gets there. I need to have his location.
Yes,
because actually this is a privilege for us as the new parents, so we can keep our kids safe. Because if my mother would have had that, she would have known all the crazy stuff I was doing. I was doing stupid. I mean, crazy stuff.
I think we all did. We all did.
That's the kind of situation parenting we had back in the day. They let us make mistakes, but we were mature. But I think our kids nowadays, they don't have the ability to make those kind of, they don't have the kind of maturity we used to have back in the day.
Because I think they have gotten they've been exposed to technology too soon.
And do you think that
it's too much information too soon? Go ahead. Do I think they what?
Kind of sensitive, a little bit more sensitive, or not exposed to that kind of maturity where they could really grow to be a little bit more.
But you think of the developmental stages of the brain, right? If you getting an iPad at freaking 6 months and 7 months,
Right.
Come on now.
You said enough.
1, 2, 3, 4. What you looking at on there? What are you seeing? Are you seeing all kinds of stuff? So your mind.
You're even out and about.
So you are not interacting with people. You're not in situations. You haven't learned how to problem solve. Did you hear what I said?
You know
because you're so engaged with technology, your brain. So I do believe that is the problem.
When you say hello, they be like,
or on their phone the whole time. Yes, and new research actually supports that children who have had access to technology early have mental health issues in adulthood. More depression, more serious mental health issues and suicidal ideation. That is a fact. This is new research that just came out. So the earlier you expose to technology, it's true.
None.
So, I love the parents who say, they have a limitation on technology. They got a limitation on kids having phones, or they buy phones that only have certain access. When you can't go here, you can't go there. That's right. So that at least, you can call if you need to. That's good parenting. Don't you be swayed by freaking peer pressure of the world. I'm just saying.
I know that's right.
In your stuff.
Hello.
Come on, stand firm, because the goal is to raise strong, smart, independent, well-rounded children who have great self-esteem. So you have to stand in and say no.
Sorry, y'all. We went on to the deep end.
Yeah, we sure did. So
that is obviously our mailbag.
We're gonna do that's our mailbag.
That's our mailbag. I hope y'all enjoyed. But sorry, it just had to go there. We hope that you really did definitely learn something, because sometimes parents, we don't have the space to even talk about the things that we deal with ourselves, or even our history that we have to internalize, and actually we just feel like we're by ourselves at sometimes.
Yes.
There's not necessarily a space for us to share our history and the things that we had to internalize. So I appreciate the space that we just allowed ourselves to have.
Okay, good. Yes.
And we really do appreciate y'all sitting with us and listening to us talk. And I don't know, maybe this wasn't for y'all, but I think this was for us.
This wasn't for me. So I'm hoping
maybe
it was for y'all.
Maybe it was for me, okay?
Because this was his mind to mind for me to get into me. Yeah. So it might have been for you. However, I hope it was for somebody out there, because somebody out there, come on, Kreative, has the same questions, issues, and they needed to hear it. Okay, so we love y'all so much. Listen, if you have any questions, you want to ask us something, please write in to the, what is it? MHIAL podcast at gmail.com.
There you go.
MHIAL podcast at gmail.com. So send in your questions and we will answer them. Please follow the podcast on social media, spelled out. Mental Health is a Lifestyle Pod. No cast. Mental Health is a Lifestyle Pod on all your social media. You can follow me on social media. A Wise-Brown everywhere. You want if you want to come in for an appointment, you can find me at awisebrown.com. And Dr. Kreative,
you can find me on all social media platforms at Dr. Kreative on all social media. Once again, Dr. Kreative with a K on all social media platforms. This is great.
Love it. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Yeah, you challenged me today, child. Your mind to mind went through the whole session. But okay.
Much love.
Love y'all. Bye.
Talk to y'all soon. Peace out.